Every week I get messages from people researching Franklin, Tennessee, and no matter where they're coming from, they're asking the same three questions. Is it actually safe? What is it really like to live there day to day? And should I move my family there or retire there? Today I'm answering all three in one video in order of how often I get asked them, starting with number 3 and working to number 1 on the question I get about Franklin. By the end of this, you'll know whether Franklin is the right move for you. Before we get into it, if you're seriously considering a move to Franklin or anywhere in Williamson County, I work with relocating families and retirees in this market every single week. I'd love to be a resource for you. There's a link in the description to book a free consultation, no pressure, just real information from somebody who works here every day. Also, there are links to my free Nashville relocation guide and a free home search tool. Now, let's go. The third most searched question about Franklin is it safe? And the short answer is yes. But let me give you the actual data, because yes, it's safe is what every suburb says about itself, and it doesn't mean much without context. Franklin consistently ranks as one of the safest cities in Tennessee. The violent crime rate is approximately 195 incidents per 100,000 people. That is 47% below the national average and nearly 69% below Tennessee's state average. To put that in plain terms, you are far less likely to be the victim of a violent crime in Franklin than almost anywhere else in the state. Property crime is similarly low. Franklin has a well-funded professional police department with 132 active duty officers serving a city of roughly 85,000 residents. And unlike a lot of suburban marketing language that throws around words like safe loosely, the crime data in Franklin generally backs it up. But here's what the statistics don't capture: what safety actually feels like to live in Franklin day to day. Families who move here from cities like Atlanta, Chicago, or Los Angeles describe a shift that surprises them in its depth. Kids play in the front yard unsupervised. People walk downtown at 10 o'clock at night without a second thought. Parents send their teenagers to the movies or out to eat without the low-level anxiety that had become their baseline in a higher crime environment. I've had clients tell me, and this is a quote I hear a version of regularly, "I didn't realize how much stress I was carrying until it was gone." That's what moving to a genuinely safe community does. It doesn't just change your crime statistics, it changes how you move through your daily life. And for most families making a relocation decision, that shift is one of the most meaningful things Franklin delivers. The second most searched question is, what is it actually like to live in Franklin, Tennessee? And this is the question I love answering the most, because the honest answer is genuinely impressive and also a little more nuanced than the Instagram version suggests. Let me start with the thing that most people fall in love with first: downtown Franklin. Franklin's Main Street historic district is one of the most celebrated small city downtowns in America. That's not a local boost tourism. That's a conclusion you'll reach within about 20 minutes of walking it. Locally owned boutiques, acclaimed restaurants, live music at the Franklin Theater, the Saturday Farmers Market at the Factory at Franklin, year-round community events, art galleries, coffee shops, and a genuine sense of place that is increasingly rare in American suburban life. New residents consistently tell me that downtown Franklin is the thing that tipped their decision. They had looked at other Nashville suburbs. The numbers worked in a few of them, but Franklin felt like somewhere, a real place with a real identity, and they didn't want to live without that. I understand that completely. Walking Main Street on a Saturday morning with a cup of coffee, watching families and neighbors and visitors all in the same space, that's a quality of life you feel before you can articulate it. Franklin falls entirely within Williamson County schools, consistently ranked among Tennessee's top districts and competitive on a national level. But here's something that trips up a lot of buyers. Franklin actually has two school districts. The majority of Franklin addresses feed into Williamson County schools. However, a portion of the older central Franklin neighborhoods feeds into the Franklin Special School District, which is a smaller, separate district that has its own strong reputation. This matters practically because which district you're in depends on your specific address, not just the city. Franklin High, Independence High, Page, and Centennial High are all strong Williamson County performers. The elementary and middle schools are consistently rated across most parts of the city, but knowing your specific feeder school before you make an offer is genuinely important. This is one of the most common things I walk buyers through, because buying in the wrong zone in a district that is strong still feels like a miss when you're there. Beyond downtown and schools, here's what daily life in Franklin actually looks like. The dining scene is exceptional for a city of this size. Main Street and the surrounding streets have a density of quality restaurants, farm-to-table spots, acclaimed chef-driven concepts, neighborhood favorites, and that you'd expect to find in a city 3 or 4 times Franklin's size. Weekend reservations at the best spots fill up, which tells you something about both the quality and the demand. Outdoor life is strong. Pinkerton Park, the Harpeth River Greenway, Carter's Court, and Franklin's Connected Trail Network mean that a weekend without being outside is a choice, not a limitation. The Harpeth River runs through parts of the area and is popular for kayaking and paddleboarding. Montgomery Bell State Park is a short drive west for more serious hiking. And the commute picture. Franklin sits at the intersection of I-65 and Highway 96, which gives you access to Nashville about 20 minutes on a good day. B&A Airport in 30, the Cool Springs Employment Corridor, one of the biggest job centers in the Nashville metro, essentially within Franklin's own footprint. The honest caveat on commuting is traffic has grown significantly as Franklin has grown. MacHatcher Parkway, Columbia Avenue, and the I-65 interchange at Highway 96 are real congestion points during rush hour. If you're going to commute daily, do a test drive at 7:30 in the morning and again at 5:30 in the afternoon before you commit to a neighborhood. The difference between one neighborhood and another in Franklin can be 20 to 30 minutes of commute time, and that adds up fast. And because I believe you deserve the full picture, here are the real trade-offs of living in Franklin. Price. Franklin is expensive. Median home prices in the city run between $900,000 and $1.1 million. The days of finding a relative deal in Franklin are largely behind us. The market has been discovered. It's been on a national best places to live for years, and prices have responded accordingly. The tax environment does help. Tennessee has 0 state income tax, and Williamson County property taxes run around 0.65, so the monthly out-of-pocket is more manageable than the sticker price suggests. But the entry point is real, and you need to go in clear-eyed about it. So growth and pace in Franklin is one of the fastest growing cities in America, and some longtime residents feel the tension of that. Areas that felt quiet and small town 5 years ago now feel unmistakably suburban. Popular restaurants have wait times, roads are more congested, the city is managing significant growth, and it shows. For new arrivals, this is usually not an issue. You're arriving into what Franklin is now. But if you come expecting a sleepy southern town, parts of Franklin will surprise you. And now we arrive at the most searched question of all. Should I move to Franklin, Tennessee? Here's my honest answer, and I'm not going to give it to you in terms of who Franklin generally is exceptional for and who it might not be the right fit for. Franklin is exceptional for families with school-aged children and retirees who want elite public schools without paying private school tuition. The school district here delivers outcomes that families in high-cost cities pay $25,000 to $50,000 per year in private school fees to get. In Franklin, those outcomes come included with your property taxes. Franklin is exceptional for professionals and executives who want to be in the Nashville Metro's economic orbit without living in Davidson County. The Cool Springs corridor alone, healthcare, finance, corporate headquarters, is one of the most significant employment centers in Middle Tennessee, and Franklin puts you at the center of it. Franklin is exceptional for families relocating from high-tax states. California, New York, Illinois, New Jersey. When you run the actual numbers, including 0 state income tax and Williamson County's low property tax rate, the financial picture here is dramatically different from what those buyers are used to. I've had clients calculate that they're keeping $25,000 to $50,000 more per year just from the tax environment alone. And Franklin is exceptional for people who want a genuine community, not just a subdivision. Downtown Franklin, the events, the farmers market, the restaurants, the trail system, this is a place with an identity. People who move here tend to put down deep roots and stay. Turnover in the most desirable neighborhoods is very low, and that tells you something about how people feel about living here once they arrive. Who might Franklin not be right for? If you need to be in downtown Nashville every single day and you're sensitive to commute time, the drive from Franklin, 20 minutes on a good day, 30 to 45 minutes in rush hour, adds up. There are closer options. If you're looking for an affordable entry point into Williamson County, Franklin's median price is a real barrier. Fairview, 15 miles west, puts you in the same school district at dramatically lower prices and is worth a serious look. And if walkability and urban density are non-negotiable for your lifestyle, the coffee shop you walk to in the morning, the transit option that gets you downtown without a car, Franklin is not that. It is a car-dependent suburb, full stop. Beautiful and well-maintained, but car-dependent. So here's where I land. Franklin, Tennessee is one of the genuinely great places to live in the American South. And I don't say that lightly. It has real safety, real schools, real community, and a downtown that makes you feel like you're somewhere, and a financial environment that rewards people who make the move. The price is real, the traffic is real, the pace of growth is something to understand before you arrive. But for families and professionals and retirees who are a good fit for what Franklin actually is, it delivers on the promise. If you want to figure out whether you're that fit, that's exactly what I do every week. I work with relocating families and retirees across Williamson County, and I love these conversations. Click the link in the description to book your free consultation, zero pressure. Subscribe for more honest Williamson County content every week, and I will see you in the next one.